Hello and welcome to your first lecture. So why we need to study JavaScript? Well, JavaScript is one of the three languages all web developers must learn. HTML to define the content of web pages, CSS to specify the layout of web pages, and JavaScript to program the behavior of web pages. Some of the commonly asked questions are: how do I get JavaScript? Where can I download JavaScript? Is JavaScript free? Well, you don't have to get or download JavaScript. JavaScript is already running in your browser on your computer, on your tablet, and on your smartphone. JavaScript is free to use for everyone. In this lecture, we will learn about JavaScript programs. So what is a JavaScript program? Basically, a computer program is a list of instructions to be executed by a computer. In a programming language, these programming instructions are called statements. A JavaScript program is a list of programming statements. Well, JavaScript statements are composed of values, operators, expressions, keywords, and comments. We will learn about all these statements in our upcoming lecture. Let's start our learning with JavaScript syntax. The JavaScript syntax defines two types of values: fixed values and variable values. Fixed values are called literals, variable values are called variables. Now the most important syntax rules for fixed values are numbers, which are written with or without decimals. In a programming language, variables are used to store data values. JavaScript uses the keywords var, let, and const to declare variables. An equal sign is used to assign values to variables. In this example, x is defined as a variable, then x is assigned the value 6. So here we have two statements. In first statement, we are declaring a variable x, and in second statement, we are initializing it with 6. Let's see some practical examples of these literals and variables. I want you to open Chrome or Internet Explorer and then right click anywhere and then click on this inspect. You will see a window like this. After that, I want you to click on console. So this is a window where we can practice our JavaScript programming language. So constant means I can write any number, for example 10, 20, and if I want to write some decimal, I can write 10.5, 20.3 like this. So these all are constant values. I can also add up some constant values. For example, 10 plus 20, which will be equal to 30, 10 divided by 5, which will be equal to 2, 40 multiplied by 2, which will be equal to 80, and similarly we can define subtraction as well. So these are some examples of constant values. Well, we can also define some constant strings, and if you want to define a string, then you have to use the double colons. For example, I can write Udemy and it will print out Udemy. I can also write Hello World. And you can also write strings in single colon. And it will be same. Now let's define a variable and let's call it var, and the name of the variable will be x, and let's initialize it with 6. After that we can define another variable and let's call it y and initialize it with 5. Now if you will type x, it will return 6, and if you will type y, it will return 5. Now let's suppose we want to define another variable and let's initialize it with x plus y. And now let's call z, so our value will be 11. So what's happening here, we are defining a variable x and initializing it with 6. After that we define another variable y and we initialize it with 5. Similarly, we defined another variable z and we stored the value of x plus y in this particular variable. And after that we printed out z, which is equal to 6 plus 5, which is equal to 11. Well, we can also use the keyword let to define our variable. So what we did here, we define a variable a and we initialize it with 8. After that, we define another variable b and initialize it with 4. After that, we defined another variable c and we stored the result of a divided by b in c, which is equal to 2. So that's how you define the variables in JavaScript. Now what is the difference between let and var? Well, as a general rule, you can define your variables with const. The var keyword is used in all JavaScript code from 1995 to 2015. The let and const keywords were added to JavaScript in 2015. If you want your code to run in older browsers, you must use var.